These three knives in combination, they're going to handle 80% of your day-to-day tasks in the kitchen, but only 80%. Hello, I'm Derek with WÜSTHOF. Now that we have our three essentials, which we have represented here with our Precision Forge Classic series, starting with the 8-inch or 20 centimeter chef's knife, our 3.5 or 9 centimeter paring knife, and lastly, our WÜSTHOF Innovation 9-inch or 23 centimeter precision double serrated bread knife. Let's say you want to expand on your horizons within your culinary journey. Where do you go from there? Well, we have an assortment of knives to show you that you can pick from and add as your journey evolves. Let us start on the smaller prep side with our peeling knife. 2.5 inch, 7 centimeters. It's a tiny little knife with an extremely unique shape, also known as a bird's beak or a turning knife. Originally, it was a turning knife, and the reason for a turning knife is it created rounded vegetables or shapes of food in a turning style action. The blade with the contour, which is a concave, allows you to work with the kiwi, as an example we have here, where you can insert the blade at the top and nicely carve out the wood. And then from there, you can peel in the air. So if your diet consists of a variety of citrus fruits, strawberries, kiwis, or anything along those lines, this is a wonderful addition to your kitchen. Next on our list of additions is our 5-inch or 14 centimeter serrated utility knife. This is an absolutely fabulous go-to. The serrations are ideal for a wide variety of foods, fruits, meats, or cheeses. Think lunch. You've got a few children, a spouse, a partner, and you really don't have a lot of time at 7 o'clock in the morning and you need to prep lunch for everybody that is both healthy, nutritious, but yet fast. This knife will handle it easily and you don't have a whole ton of cleanup. It'll work through all of your harder cheeses, your salamis, anything from a grapefruit to an apple to an orange, you're good to go. Next on our smaller prep tools is our 6-inch or our 16 centimeter utility knife. Sometimes within the market, this is also called a sandwich knife. And again, very much like the previous blade, it handles all of those kinds of medium-sized tasks. This is wonderful for if you have a grapefruit that is perhaps a little bit larger, an orange that's a little bit larger, or sometimes those jumbo apples. The longer blade will allow you to get around those fruits and fruits very, very easy. Once you've taken your grapefruit and peeled it, maybe you want to section it, this is a wonderful tool for that. And how about thinking pineapple? You've taken your pineapple in half, you've taken it in quarter, now you can carve the meat out through in a circular action, slice them across, and then off-center the wedges. Wonderful decoration if you're thinking about a chocolate fondue. Also great for sandwiches. As you start to get into your meats, this is also super if you want to trim that little fat lining off of a pork tenderloin or trimming any kind of beef. Next on our list of additions is our carving knife. And here we have our 9-inch or 23 centimeter carving knife from the Classic series. And we're featuring this particular one with the hollowed out face of the blade, and it's alternated on either side. The reason that we've opted for this particular version is simple, that as you're slicing through your food, it traps a pocket of air between the knife and the food, allowing it to release. In the Precision Forge Classic series, there's a multitude of sizes. Along with all of our other knife lines, you have choices ranging from 7, 8, 9, up to 10 inches in length. So that would be 17, 18 centimeters all the way to 26 centimeters. Why such the variety? It really depends on what you eat and how you eat. If you tend to cook for 1 or 2 people, a smaller size is adequate enough. But if you have a family, if you entertain a lot and your house is constantly busy and the kitchen is always humming, you probably want to have a look at something a little bit longer, because the worst thing is if you have a nice, beautiful roast, you've spent all that time working on it and then having to carve around that meat. Presentation is sometimes half the battle. So, carving knife. Of course, we're thinking meats, hams, your turkeys, your roasts. But if meat isn't part of your diet, don't let the name restrict your thought process. Also wonderful on your watermelons, your cantaloupes, your honeydew, any larger oranges or fruits. You can also take care of cabbage with this, very, very easy. It has a very thin blade and a very thin spine, so it allows the blade to effortlessly cut anything. That rounds out the addition to the essentials. Thank you.